Hi guys, Mark Weir here, or should I say, formerly known as a wizard in my fighting days.
The Wizard!
Again, Mark will go through some. This is something which I came across from when I was younger, growing up to adult, and it helps for anybody looking to teach, looking to learn, and want to actually know what the learning process is. A friend of mine reminded me of this called, again, competence matrix. And what happens, competence is when you're competent at something, you're good at something, or incompetent is when you're no good at something. And the consciousness is whether you know. Stay to the end of this. I'll tell you what the fifth one is. There's always a fifth. I like 4 levels of fighting, 4 levels of training. I break everything into 4 to understand. So here we go. The first, okay, make this quick, not to bore you. Again, if you like this, please subscribe, press the bell icon so you know anytime I upload anything. And before I go on, I'd like to thank you for the support. So here we go. So the first one, again, is unconscious incompetent. Incompetent means you're not very good. This is basically when you're just going through life, you look at a car, you're a child, you're a teenager, and you think you can drive it, you haven't got a clue. Riding a bike, you look at a bike, I want a bike, but you can't ride it. You've never been on a bike as a child, and you don't know that you're no good at it. That's unconscious incompetence. Then you get conscious incompetence. This is when you know that you're no good at it. This is a stage where a lot of people quit. In martial arts and teaching, I come across this, and I started teaching people, they start realizing they can't skip, they've got no coordination, the accuracy is not there, the flexibility is bad, they're not very fit, and all these negative signs can make a person want to quit martial arts. And then you get to the third stage. The third stage is when you've been trained for a little bit and you become conscious competent. Conscious competent is when you know what you're doing, you're quite getting good at it, or you're getting very good at it, but you have to concentrate, you have to focus. Again, it's not easy, or it's getting easier, but you still have to stay focused. Reminds me of my sister when I first learned to drive a car, and I remember in there, and I goes, oh yeah, let's turn on the radio. No, don't do that. I remember I couldn't have to turn it off. I had to drive around in silence, and it was so boring, it wasn't relaxing, and she had to focus on everything when it comes to driving a car. Yeah, she passed first time, and I passed second time. So it makes me wonder if it's a bit of jealousy, but I remember when I passed second time, I was quite confident. I could put on the radio. It took me a little bit longer, but I felt relaxed. But she had to go through the process of believing herself. So moving on to this. So that's the third stage. So first stage, you haven't got a clue about anything. You don't know what you don't know. Basically, you're looking at things. You misjudge a lot of stuff. And then you come along, you try stuff out. What you believe you knew, you didn't. You realize you haven't got a clue. So then you're conscious that you know what your limitations are a little bit more, and that you can't hardly do anything. And that's where the bit where you find out whether you got what it takes and you can carry on to try and learn something. Normally you got to motivate yourself and see what the benefit's going to be if you persist down this road. Then you get to the third stage when you're again conscious, but competent. So you're conscious about it, you're thinking about it, process is going, and you're getting good at it. And then it comes to the final stage, which this is the older, wiser, the person who delves and works hard, and they keep training day in, day out. They're motivated as well, and they enjoy it. Normally you've got to enjoy what you're doing to get to this level in anything you do. And for basing this on the martial arts, this is when you're enjoying it, certain skill sets, and this is when you become unconscious competent. This is when you're really good at it, but you don't have to think. Okay, it's becoming easy. It's just easy, it's like flowing. Okay, this is why I tell a lot of people, just when you're sparring with someone, relax. They come forward, you go back. Okay, they kick, you sidetrack. You never can miss, and it's just instinct. The first instinct I see in a child normally is when they fall over and learning to walk, they put their hands out because they've landed on the face a few times. Then after a while, it's instinct. As an adult, we do that. If someone comes out of face, we put our hands up. This is where we become unconscious competent. This is a natural reaction. Someone comes, we blink. Okay, we don't keep our eyes open. And all these things happen in all of us in different stages. So the goal for all people is become unconscious competent. And that is 4 levels. First of all, you haven't got a clue. Again, you're unknowing, you're unconscious, and you're incompetent, you're no good. Then you become incompetent, you're no good, but you're conscious about it. You know what you can't do, half of the stuff you think you could do. You realize all the truths are revealed to you, and it's very down-putted, very negative. And then through hard work, repetition, doing things, say 1,000 times, you start become very competent, but conscious about it. You know, you have to focus. You recognize your blind spots. You recognize your weaknesses, but you have to focus to get over that point or get through it. And then it comes to a point where you've done something so much, you relax. It's so easy, and you don't even have to think about it. It's like driving a car. You could be eating something, driving, drinking, wind the window down, multitasking. And this is when you become unconscious competent. All martial artists been aiming for this, where anything acts, okay, you react, you don't think, no thought, less effort. Here's a bonus one, the fifth one, and this is for all people out there doing martial arts. All instructors need to know this, because the fifth one is to be able to pass it on and teach. Okay, because first of all, when you become conscious, competent, you have your routine, you have your system. This is what you concentrate. You have your path you follow to get things right. But then what happens through this? This is how you teach. And when you teach, you learn how to get people from stage 1 to stage 4 at the quickest, shortest route and the quickest, shortest time. And this is where the highest level of number 5 is, where you can pass things on. And this is the level which not everybody can do it. There's a lot of people become unconscious competent, very good at things. In the martial art terms, they're natural fighters, effortless fighters. They can do things naturally, but it doesn't mean they can teach. Now, the teaching side is the process you've gone through, is whether you've analysed, dissect, and you're so competent, you know exactly how to do it. And this is long term. I reckon the ones who's very conscious about these stages, know it, analyse it, dissect it, they got longevity, because it's the same process they use for everything. Rather than just become unconscious about it, but not knowing what the process was, and they're not very good for instructing and coaching. So these guys, that's it. The 4 stages of competence, and also the 4 stages of learning. Remember, work hard, sweat more, and stay young, guys.